I am at base of Rangituhi and hoping to, well, not hoping, got to be more positive, walking Te Ara Utuwai, which is, I should show you. If you go the other way, you've got the famous Colonial Knob walkway, which I have done many times decades ago when I was decades younger, fitter, less chonky, and so I'm going up the slightly easier route today. It's a cycleway as well, which is why it's deemed slightly easier. It's been raining off and on for days, and it's supposed to be quite gusty today, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm kind of enjoying the fresh air, and I'm enjoying getting out so often, so yeah, I'll show you any of the highlights as I go. So today's walk, I started there and I went up that walkway, cycleway up there, came to the lookout where it was too windy, and came back down Colonial Knob. So I'm definitely seeing a kiwi in that shape there. Very cool. Coincidental probably, but very cool. This is the beginning of the bush part. I like that. So I've just come from there where it's shorter, younger growth, I guess, and heading in here. So I came from that track down there, and in this section of the trail, the first 2 kilometres, there are switchbacks, etc., to make it easier for cyclists and me. I think I showed you the view earlier. Well, forget that. A few switchbacks later, and the view is just more. There is more view. It is more stunning. There are a few factories in the foreground, but look at that. Out to that's towards Plimerton and is it Mochikarara, the estuary that we can see over there? I don't want to set you wrong, so you probably didn't see it at all for a moment there. I'll put a disclaimer up if that's not right. I think that's what it is. And look at this. The sun is trying to come out, so I've taken off my wet weather gear, but it's very chilly in the wind. I've seen 2 brave souls, well, one fast walking it and one off trail running. I don't think I've ever been that physically confident, so I take the easy walks for now. Going up there somewhere towards that radio tower in the centre, or one of those knobs, is the summit of the Monga, and where it meets the Colonial Knob walk, which I may or may not take as I come back down. See how I feel. It's a beautiful walk, the Colonial Knob one, but it's something like 800 steps down, whereas this, being graded for bikes, might be, well, is much easier on my beginner legs. Okay. There's a pretty little spot if you needed a break. right. Well, hopefully means I won't meet anyone coming downhill very fast on a cycle. We'll see. So far, as I say, only a fast walker and a runner. Can you hear the birds, or have they all stopped now that I've got my camera out? But regardless, is there anything nicer than a tunnel of trees with the sunlight filtering through? I've come from there. Obviously I'm going in the opposite direction. Okay, I'm just on an hour in and a little over halfway. The 3 kilometre halfway mark was about 10-15 minutes ago. Back down that way. Now, the weather is improving, although it's very, very windy, even inside the forest. So I don't know what it's going to be like when I get outside the tree line. Still making my way towards the summit and still thoroughly enjoying myself. That's all you can ask for, really, isn't it? Although, boy, it's a workout for a woman who has not walked up a hill for quite a long time. It's such a satisfying personal challenge. Oh, that track down there is where I've just come from. That's where I'm going. I don't know that my camera can do that justice. I'll try and zoom in a little bit. I feel like I can see a long way anyway. Not entirely sure what I'm seeing in the back there. Could that be the Tararuas? Maybe. I'll go home and look at my map and make a point of putting it on there if I can figure out what I'm looking at. Oh, it's a gust of wind. Back inside the tree canopy for a little while, so it will be more sheltered. It looks like I might have reached the summit, but also looks like it might be too darn windy to have a pleasant break out here. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, actually I might go down the Colonial Knob walkway to go back, so I'll head that way and look for a nice spot to stop and have my hot drink. Okay. A bit steeper, quite a lot shorter. Hopefully somewhere pleasant to stop and have my hot drink. It's a pity it was too windy to stop at the summit, because I bet those picnic tables have an amazing view of Wellington on a sunny day. Oh, I found a seat and a waterfall near step 700, so I'm a long way from the bottom, but it seems relatively sheltered, so I'm going to stop here and have my break. This is very different Whoa, I'm tipping over, trying to show you. Very different walk to the other track, the track I came up, which I have to say has gone straight to the top of my list of favourite tracks. And into the sunshine a little bit. Okay, it's a very different walk coming down Colonial Knob to the track that I went up. Nice in an entirely different way, but much steeper. Okay, here's another look at where I've come from and where I'm heading, which is generally down there somewhere. Isn't that pretty? Getting closer to the bottom. Approximately 200 more steps to go. That's some pathway. Okay, I am all but done. I can see some cars through the trees, so I'd say this bridge is sort of the last gasp before I head out into the car park. The one thing that I have been very surprised about as an older person wearing progressive lenses is how very difficult it is to see the ground and roots and things like that when you're in the darker sections of the forest. Might have to bring my driving glasses with me next time, but they apparently let more light in. I could really have done with more light in a couple of places, but feeling very satisfied. This has been a really lovely walk. The entire loop actually, although the first section is probably top of the pops. I do love a bit of river and along with my forest, so this would be a very close second, the Colonial Knob section. Overall, I am totally going to do this walk again next time I'm in the Wellington region, maybe in the opposite direction. And I'm just standing here realising my legs are quivering from the effort of those 700 odd steps. Woo! Okay, good for me though, very good for me.